please, like, ignore my Buddha, mark of the Buddha pimple right there. I don't know. All right. All right, so the Ace of Clubs, Raven Jackson, was actually 24. I was looking for her birthday last night, couldn't find it. Thanks to Pritchard, I did find it. And she's an Ace of Clubs. And so we are having our Ace of Clubs meeting, actually. And we just got done with the Queen of Clubs meeting. So if you all can make a testimonial or comment how those particular study groups, I say classes, but they're study groups, where we dive into your life spread and trying to learn more about you and your particular life path, you know. So it's not just me talking. I do talk a lot, but I want to, you know, give you all chances and asking questions. And it's very fun. The Queen of Clubs was off the chain. The Ten of Clubs was fun. So she was 24, and the Ace of Clubs. At this particular time, you see the two main things that kind of stick out when I first look at this particular spread. It's Nine of Diamonds, Jupiter. So it's money, you know, finances, spending money, and the Three of Diamonds pushing it with the Queen of Diamonds and Mercury. Not to say this is all based on money, but a lot of changes in investing and a lot of losses take place at this particular time for her, right? And physical changes, appearances as well with the Queen of Diamonds and Mercury. And then also with that, the Queen of Spades displacing the Three of Diamonds, right? So worrying about yourself and also your health, your physical health, and maybe costing you a lot, you know, and it can be pretty painstaking as well with the and to the mental. And this is live. This is the first time that I ever looked at her spread, except for what Pritchard posted, but I didn't see the whole spread. So, and this is why I like to look at the whole spread, as it gives you a little bit more detail, right? And like the Jack of Hearts is always the cosmic reward card for the Ace of Clubs. And the Nine of Spades is normally their moon card. With the Nine of Spades on deaths, my first probably video that I did was actually about a English, I believe, monarch or like leader who went into surgery, and he had the Nine of Spades sitting, I believe, in displacing him, and he died in surgery, and you know, he got cut open. So Nine of Spades is dealing with cuts and death or losses or endings at points of time, and also surgery. So with that, the Jack of Hearts, the Nine of Spades, the Two of Diamonds, which is the Pluto card, the Two of Clubs can have a lot of secrets that they can kind of hold back as well. So dealing with secrets within the relationships, to me, to be honest, it seems a little iffy with the past breakup, and she got sick, right? So for me, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. I'm not going to say, oh, her past relationship was the cause of her health issues. But for me, that Two of Clubs says a lot, displacing that Ten of Spades there. And then also the Three of Hearts as far as the issues and relationships and communication that comes in the Queen of Spades, right? But what I was going to say was the Five of Spades, Nine of Clubs, Nine of Spades, the Jack of Hearts, the Two of Diamonds, the Jack of Spades, the Seven of Spades. And I don't believe I may have the Ace of Hearts. Displacing the Ace of Hearts can leave you like feeling lonely. Having the Ace of Hearts in your spread as a daily card can make someone feel like pretty lonely, isolated at certain points in time, right? And the Ace of Clubs, Two of Hearts, you know, those are cards that are already your Mystic Sevens. No one feels like the Seven of Diamonds, the Jack of Hearts, you know, those are cards for suicide. They can be fixed into the mentality, you know, fixed into their emotions. And the Seven of Diamonds is dealing with your, like Pritchard was saying, dealing with your self-worth, you know, and it's not to be taken lightly. It has the Nine of Hearts. The Nine of Hearts can also deal with death and endings, you know, or losing people that's kind of close by you, you know, pets, loved ones. Your hearts can deal with family, pets, you know, anything that you have emotional attachments to. It has the nine of hearts incorporated with that particular card. So, you know, like I said, the seven of spades, like all those particular cards and a few other ace of spades can lead to someone feeling very lonely, isolated, dealing with fixed mentalities, you know, fixed issues, internal self-worth. The seven of hearts is one of those cards as well, dealing with the beauty and how you feel. And you can see that's actually Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the vertical spread, right? So dealing with antagonism as well with the two of clubs, you know, is one of those things that she could have been dealing with from other people, you know. So yeah, so looking at your light spread and looking at your cards and the concept of death and suicide can also be seen in your cards, you know. And not to say, oh, every time I look, I see death, because I'm not one of those things. They're asking you questions about, you know, your family, your life, and what's taking place around you, you know. And then the ace of spades over there in that displacement of fourth heart. So that's just looking at a complete, like, that's why I say you want to look at the whole rubric whenever you looking at particular topics and subjects, and looking at what's taking place, because there's something at play as far as the energy. You're dealing with a time period. All of these energies are interacting with you, and how they're interacting, and from which point of view or perspective are they interacting with you with, right? So that's why we do relationships and composite cards, you know, to see what energies are around this particular person at this particular time that could be triggering these particular cards, right? Or these type of emotions, you know, what's taking place in the house or the home, that can be triggering these emotions, that can go into the triggering the mentality, like nine of clubs, nine of spades, as I said, that can be very triggering, you know, as far as death and losses, especially the three of diamonds, as Aquarius was saying, and you see in Juice World, can a lot of times die of like death by water, you know. It has the nine of spades and Neptune. So whenever you're looking at these particular cards and these energies, like I said, I'm not someone that's just like, oh, I'm just looking at death, or, you know, trying to see what's ending within your particular life and be like, oh my gosh, it's awful. But these are also opportunities to work on these particular concepts, to make them better, you know, to fix mentalities, or fix your self-worth, you know, to gain more information and knowledge, to gain direction in your life path, and what are you supposed to do, you know, at this particular time, especially at nine of clubs and at ace. Journeys within inside yourself that you're going to have to take, you know, to discover a little bit more about yourself, to end that self-defeating type of mindset. The nine of clubs is one of the most self-defeating cards, you know, when they're vibrating on a daily basis for almost half a year. So yeah, that's not an easy energy. Dealing with the ace of spades is dealing with the transformations that make it be happening medically, you know. So yeah, and the nine of clubs, nine of spades is also dealing with rejection, and dealing with rejecting self-rejection. So yeah, dealing with relationships ending, and having to have discernment within your relationships, you know. And that's why I was saying, like, the debating and those things between two of clubs and three of hearts. So it could have been a whole lot that could have been taking place in her journey or her life path at that particular time, you know. And one of those biggest things is that Queen of Hearts and Neptune and Uranus with the Seven of Hearts. So dealing with the fact of her motherhood and dealing with those realities could have been a factor as well, you know. And her self-image and so, and that love, self-love. So yeah, it's a lot, you know. So that's why I said, like, anytime you see me post or anytime you see me write something, don't take it as face value, and it's a lot of depth. So that's why I say join the study groups. So we are looking to go through every single card. So I don't post your card now, just know that I will be getting to your particular card. So that's why you can still hit the link in the bio, even though that your card is not being called, and click where it says study group, and sign up, and you will be added to the email list. And whenever we go over your card, or with any particular topic that comes up, you'll get an email about it. Okay. What I will also do is blog about each class after we finish. So if you want to just follow my blog, you can do that as well. And what I would do is, look at me, I don't know if I want to say too much or not, because I just be giving away stuff for no reason, for the free ski. But this event is free, so it is free. But all the perks I will let you know. So I don't want to tell. I appreciate all the love and support that you all give, and I try to give it back. So if you have any particular items, anything that a business, I try to repost as much as possible. If I haven't reposted your business or put it in my stories, let me know, And always shout out Candle Deck, one of the first person that ever really sent me anything. I kind of feel like it's a personal sponsor, and then also, of course, everyone else that I've associated with. And make sure you check out Mali Wata. And she is so dope. Her paintings and her artwork is like the bomb diggity bomb. And looking at her chart, she's doing everything she's supposed to do as an Ace of Diamonds and self-expression. So thank you all so much for, like I said, the love and support. And make sure you go get a painting or portrait. I won't say portrait, but a painting from my. Some of those poses I might have to try them out. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Please share this as much as possible. Thanks.